Alright, it's time for yet another Garen game. We all know we love and worship Master Jesus. Which one? I mean, Spin Jesus. Master Beyblade is what I meant to say. And I have another, spin bro in this game. Wukong! If only I had Trinamir and Katarina, the spin family here. But either way, Spin Bro Wukong. My opponent is Nunu, and I thought it would be Maokai. That's why I picked Garen. I thought, they were going to do the whole flavor of the month thing with top lane Maokai and jungle Nunu, and I thought I'd be fine. No, it turns out it's Nunu, and he shits on a lot of melee, so the best I can do is survive for a little while and try to get an early advantage. I know I deal more damage than him for the first 3 levels, but his constant snowballs will wither me down. So I just gotta avoid a full-on, slugfest with him. I just kind of trade with my abilities and just not get killed. Wukong, my spin bro, is coming top to assist with the gank. He goes in, forces Nunu's flash out, and then Maokai comes in for some fucking reason, and he thinks we're not going to fight back, so... If you noticed, my Q stopped his Q from going through, and we pretty much obliterated him. We want to kill this Nunu because he doesn't have a flash. However, there's too many minions and thus he's playing safely. But I convinced Spin Bro, hey Spin Bro, let's be bros, and kill Ice Bitch. So, go in, goes right through, silence him, and he snowballs me instead of the Wukong. If he had used the snowball on the Wukong, he would have killed him. So right now, the Spin Brothers are winning the top lane. Of course, Wukong Bro is about to reach level 6 very soon. So, or at least not soon, but he's going to want to help me out. I'm slugging it out with Nunu, but I'm just like, this motherfucker has way too much health. Turns out he ate a golem before he came into the lane, so that's why he's really difficult to kill. So I'm just chugging potions, like, like I'm trying to pay off my college debt, and I go into this room with a leather couch. So, right now, I just gotta survive. I'm waiting for my ignite to be off cooldown before I get to do anything crazy. That's a lawnmower in the background, which is appropriate to this game because I have a Garen. I don't know if you could actually hear it, but it's a lawnmower in the back. So I fuck up my Q there and I don't use it to stop the slow, but this time I don't. And Nunu fucks up his ultimate and gets silenced. So bitch goes down to his grave. So I survive here with just about 1 health, and if you saw the other video, you can clearly see that it went down to 1 health after the minions hand blasted me with their auto attacks. So right now, I'm huge, sexy, and badass, and I got myself a Hex Drinker to laugh at Nunu's face if he tries to execute me. But as soon as I go into the lane, Spin Bro is here with me, so we just gank this bitch and send him to hell yet again. So, of course, top lane is being completely dominated. Here, I want to kill this Maokai, but, I engage on him thinking he was alone. Turns out Talon was here, and I probably should have just attacked Talon immediately instead of trying to, drag him to my minions. And as a result, I died, but if I had attacked him earlier, he might have died as well. So right now, the advantage is still on my team. I still have 1 top lane, and I've 1 top lane even more considering the enemy Nunu decided to just roam and abandon it. My CS is pitiful, that's for damn sure. It's half of what it probably should be. But I've been spending most of my time avoiding being hand blasted by Nunu's ice balls, and of course his ice blast, and I've been trying to kill him, because fuck him. I hate Nunu. I've always hated Nunu for a long... I've hated him since he was overpowered with the whole cleanse shit and him not being able to be, have his ultimate interrupted. Nonetheless, I, as Garen, am trying to kill him once more. So I'm trying to stalk him through the jungle instead of, pushing top lane or actually doing something successful. And, trying to use line of sight to my advantage, but I just can't get an edge on him. I want to kill him. I go to him and he snowballs me. This Vladimir's actually pretty fucking good, so... You'll see him do some cool stuff. Nunu's mid, trying to do something against Vladimir even after he pulled. I join in, use my spin blast on him. Then Talon, for some reason, ends up, blinking towards me. Like, what the flying fuck? I used my ultimate a little bit too early because I thought, maybe the Ignite and Vladimir's thing would kill him. And then my ultimate would have done more damage. But whatever, we take the consolation prize of Nunu's death. Hooray for Nunu dying. By the way, on the last video, the one where I showed the tower dive, a guy actually said that I sucked this game because I died 2 times in the laning phase. I died once to Talon. That's about it. And I wouldn't even call that a lane phase. He just kind of came up there. So, yeah, that guy's just massively drunk. But it's okay, because I'm Garen. I should be drunk when playing Garen, because I could have picked somebody else, who'd be more useful in team fights. But I want to just shit on my opponent and be a badass, which is what Garen allows, which is what requires you to be drunk to be. Which I might be drunk right now. So, once again, though, my bottom lane kind of dies a little bit. Oh yeah, we have a Tarek in our team. We have Vladimir on our team. We have a Garen on our team. It's like the team of unknowns. We're playing fucking rare Pokemon right now. It's like, oh, what are your Pokemon? Parasect? Holy shit, that's rare. What are your other Pokemon? Say, what? I have nothing but rare Pokemon. Who else? Dunsparce. Dunsparce? Why the fuck would you be playing Dunsparce? And then, we tell them that our other rare Pokemon is a Muck, because, you don't see any players playing Muck. And he's not particularly amazing either. So it's like, why are you playing Muck? Why are you playing a Poison Pokemon? They suck ass, even when the fairies have been released. These Poison Pokemon still suck. Still, nonetheless, we're playing rare Pokemon, because it's not like, you can't catch them where they're hard to find. It's nobody in the right mind would pick these champions in this combination. Either way, they put themselves in the corridor. Wukong and Vladimir just shit in their hearts. And then for whatever goddamn reason, Vayne just kind of walks up to us, and then, we just jump her. Of course, she decides to condemn me against a wall, and would have killed me if it wasn't for the exhaust and me ulting her in the face. So, fuck that Vayne. So right now, where my team definitely has an advantage, and anybody who says that Garen is that has no good matchups is fucking drunk. I made the off comment that Garen, you pick him because he can shit on some lanes, and I said he shits on Riven, which is very, very, very true. However, some people were just so ignorant about that fact and so biased for Riven. They were like, no, Riven can dash in, attack him, then dash the fuck out. Except the silence would come into play, and, Beyblade mode will tear her to pieces and now trade her. Turns out a lot of people don't exactly know how to trade properly. It's like, yeah, you can do damage to the enemy team, but you think the enemy player is just gonna take down his pants, bend over, and say, please, Master Riven, shove it up my ass. I won't even hesitate. No, they'll clench their ass, grab your dick in their ass, and then just toss you around like a fucking, cabbage or something. I know, that's a terrible analogy. Really shameful, in fact, and pretty much inappropriate. But what are you going to do? I'm the one who's drunk. So, right now, it's like the morning, and I wouldn't say I'm drunk out of alcohol, but I've taken all my medicines all at once, because it's going to be a busy day today. Either way, Vladimir right now uses AIDS blood all over, Nami, and then goes forward to kill the Talon. Then he wants to spread the love to the enemy Vayne, and, she hesitates, she fights back, and then he dies. Poor him. Of course, Wukong comes in and says, fuck that bitch, and she dies, along with her flash. It's gone. It's cool. So right now we have a most definite advantage. But the enemy Vayne can certainly become a hassle if we don't finish this quickly enough. Maokai engages, we do damage to him, but his active ultimate just proves to be ridiculously hard to handle. Nunu uses ultimate, and I kind of just skirt away from it. And I die right here before I actually get to use my ultimate or put myself in a position of advantage. And then Wukong gets caught by Nunu. Vladimir comes in, spreads more of his fun blood around, and kills Nunu, but at the cost of Wukong's life. So right now, it definitely is starting to favor Purple Team, mostly because the Vayne is starting to, rev the fuck up. So if we can't win this early enough, or if I can't get into a fight and sit on her face and kill her, then we'll lose. Vladimir gets engaged on, and before he gets to do much, he just gets absolutely annihilated. I don't think he had time to actually use his hourglass, so he was just bumfucked. Talon is... I think none of this is at the part where Talon decides to... Oh yeah, there you go, there's Talon. I try to kill Talon right now. Hide in the bush, wait until, the minions start gathering up, so I can spin on their face too. I just spin immediately, and I use... my Q to try to catch him, but it turns out he's fucking fast as the wind, and he survives. Unfortunate. So, it didn't cost me anything. It cost me to ignite, so I guess it did. Wukong gets caught, and it ends up getting Terra killed as well. So, yeah, the Vayne is definitely starting to roll around. It's definitely starting to get strong, and they're going straight for Baron. So, being the man that I am, I decide to go ham and hopefully someone lends me a hand. And I go in, spin, and I'm dead as a cooked lamb. I don't know. I'm trying to rhyme here. Fuck you. So Vladimir goes in, spreads the fun blood, and, tries his very, very best, but just can't seem to do much. Like, he definitely dies, but the result of his actions caused the enemy team to be scattered and Wukong to just destroy them. So the Spin Bro arrived at the right time and forced the enemy off. Due to the efforts of the team, especially Vladimir, we were able to defend the Baron. Hooray! So right now, of course, my team needs to win early. Like, we can't fucking scale as strong as they can, so... Like, here comes another fight. Wukong and Terra get caught. Wukong tries his very, very best to, succeed, but he dies. I ult Talon right in the face before he becomes a threat, because I knew I could see that Vladimir dunked Vayne, and also Nami, and then the rest of us just pile drive the 2 remaining survivors. Of course, I can't chase down the fucking Nunu, so I just kind of had to let it go. And with that, we decide to go to Baron. We don't have Wukong Bro with us, but it's okay. We managed to get it down because Nunu Bro decided to just go, suck her dick down bottom lane instead of actually trying to do, fight back against Baron. So we'd have the definite advantage now, and we also get a dragon, and we can siege. With our powers combined, the enemy towers should sink and crumble. Our engage pretty much depends solely on Wukong. If Wukong can CC the enemy team and pin down the Vayne long enough, I'll be able to jump in and tear her ass apart. And also kill her. So, of course, our Baron allows us to do some reckless things. The Ezreal is going in along with just waiting for somebody else to tank it and taking pock shots at the tower. Slowly but surely the tower is going down. The Ezreal ult goes in to deal some damage because we will take down this tower soon enough, and we're hoping to get an advantage here. We go in, the inhibitor is wide open, but the enemy team can't exactly engage. So we go top lane and wait for an advantage to loom. This tower goes down with pretty much no resistance. Next one, though, watch for 2 key things to happen. The Maokai, well, right now the Maokai will blow his ultimate. Oh, yeah, he blew his ultimate already. Nami used hers. So Maokai had none of his damage reduction shit. So we just kind of are able to counter him. We killed Talon with no problem. So Vladimir goes in, finishes off Nami, and Wukong just goes right into Vayne, and I chase her down while Vladimir takes care of the other 2. So I managed to kill Vayne along with the help of Spin Bro Wukong, and the rest of the team pretty much just tips over and falls down. We're ridiculously low on health, but we need this game to end, so we risk it all in a final tower push. We take the Nexus turret, one of them. Wukong chases, drags the Maokai out, and ends up, sacrificing his life for the greater good. Vladimir keeps him at bay since his pushing powers are crap. So me and Tarek, we're just hammering away at this Nexus, and right before we could probably almost die, because of Talon's ultimate, we take it down and win. Hooray for the Spin Brothers. Yay!